Hello everyone and welcome to a new owner review of Cars of Holland YouTube channel. I'm today with Claudio and with his Mini Cooper S. Hi Claudio.
Hi, good morning.
How are you today?
Very good.
Thank you for coming. As you remember guys, he also shared his owner review of Skoda Enyaq EV80
Founders Edition.
Founders Edition, and today he's coming with this beautiful Mini Cooper S. Could you please tell me more about your car?
Of course, this is the fun car. So the Skoda is of course travel for work and very economical, but this is the fun car. This is one of two. We have also this one, but then not the convertible one, so the normal one. This one I bought in Germany 1.5 years ago. So I imported it. We use it mainly with my travel company, Wetour. So we go every year in May, we go to England, to the Cotswolds, and then we go touring. I made a few small modifications, but mostly it's original. So it has almost 104,000 kilometers on it now, so that's not too much. It's quite new. We bought it in Germany for only 7,000 euros. So that's I think a very good deal for such a car. It is from 2006, from April 2006. So yeah, it will be 17 years old soon. And as you can see, it doesn't show. It's a very nice young timer. As I said, yeah, the Mini Cooper is really a driver's car. So you don't buy it to go traffic light sprints. You can do it because it's quite fast, but it's more funny curves and bends and driving scenic tours. It's really a fun drive. It's like go-karting for adults on the highway.
And why Mini?
It's a very good question because as I said, we have the other one as well, this is first generation the R52S. We also have for R53, and we had that already. And my wife and my 3 daughters, they loved it. We drove it a little bit, and we said, okay, this is really fun car, nice to have on the side. And then I saw online this one, and I said, okay, now I want another one because it's the same color, pepper white, and it's just an emotional thing. It's not really, if you talk value for money, it's not the best quality. There's some plastic, and it's If you are unlucky with your Mini Cooper, you can really call it a money pit because you can really spend a lot of money on it. Everything you can do, if you're really technical, you can do yourself, but otherwise it's really more the fun. And of course the design is timeless. I mean, you can still see the new Mini Coopers or the Minis, they still have the same characteristics. The front looks like a friendly face from a dog. I think that was what the designer had in mind. And yeah, because of the wheels, they are on the corners of the car. It just makes a very nice total.
And everything is standard, or did you make some changes?
We made some changes, yes. First of all, the small lights on the front, because of course Mini was famous from rally racing. So yeah, that just makes a very different front of the car. And because it's the Cooper S with the air intake for the supercharger, which is underneath. So this is a really a functional air intake. The newer Minis, the second generation, they have it, but then it's more aesthetical. It doesn't do anything because there's a turbo. It doesn't need it. But the total, I think, you can see it's just everyone recognizes it. It's a classic. I think this is a new classic. They call it, of course, the new Mini, but because this was later made by BMW. And the rest is all standard. We bought this one with the John Cooper Works exhaust system underneath. It also has the John Cooper Works software loaded. The person we bought it from in Germany, he worked at BMW in Munich. So he probably did some factory modifications. It has a smaller pulley, so it brings out now a little bit over 200 horsepower, which is quite a lot for a small car, and especially in a convertible. The experience, of course, is you really know that you're driving. It's completely different than driving an electric car like the Skoda Enyaq and then just going from A to B, not having any sound or emotion. It's just transport. But this is really fun. We also put the spacers on the wheels, so they came to the outside a little bit, like 16 millimeters, but it just gives a little bit better. I think aesthetically it just looks better. It's not too much, but it's really yeah. Is, as they say in Dutch, it gives it a very nice big bum. So
yes. And it's like for 4 people, right? You cannot be with 5.
This is really, I think it's a two people car, because if you could put 2 children in the back, but it's not meant for that. You could do, because you can remove the wind deflector. And then you could put 2 children, but as you can see now, well, you sat in it, there's no room for legs.
Yeah. So it's more like a shopping car.
Yes,
like
it's a fun car. It's a fun car for touring, yeah, if the weather is nice, of course, you just put your sunglasses on and you take a nice route and you go driving. If you like driving cars, then this is a very nice car for driving.
And you say that you are touring, you have Wetour. It's only for minis, or
no. It's well. Last year I did it only for minis, but yeah, it limits the public. So now I'm just opening it up. So I know I've been a lot to England already, and I'm going again later this month. Because the roads are just very nice to drive there, and especially in the Mini Cooper, the roads are really meant for Mini Coopers.
And only in England, or you are going in France or different countries?
I am busy with another organization that's called Mini Events. It's a good friend of mine, and he organizes a lot of tours in the Netherlands. And we plan to organize something next year in, I think, probably to the Ardennes or Belgium, Luxembourg, something like that. But then only with Mini Coopers or Minis. And you can bring old ones, classics, new ones. It doesn't matter, as long as the brand is Mini, then it's okay.
And what do you think about the new Mini Cooper electric?
It's very nice. Actually, last week Sunday I drove it at Zandvoort across the
circuit.
Yeah, because it was the EV experience. I did the test drive, and yeah, it drives like a Mini. So it's not really like this one, because this one is really. The emotion and the feeling that you get from the corners is a little bit more. It's more direct. This is a very Spartan car. The gear shift is strong. You have to put some force. The clutch is you really know that you're shifting gears. And the electric, of course, you just have to press one pedal. And the one thing that struck me is that it's really close to one pedal driving, because once you lift your foot from the gas, from the accelerator, it starts immediately to brake, which is different than the Skoda Enyaq, because in the Skoda Enyaq you have to put a setting in to put it on the brake mode, let's say.
Okay.
But it's the Mini regenerates very heavily. But it's the driving, the handling. It's almost the same. It's very good.
And is this your dream car?
Nah, I think I don't know if I had a dream. The dream car that I had or have is the Audi RS6, but I had the A6, of course, which unfortunately the engine broke down, but that was quite close with 350 horsepower on a six-cylinder 3-liter diesel, and then the Quattro Audi Avant. That is it's very close to the RS6, but I don't think you can have as much fun in an Audi RS6 as in this Mini. Of course, Audi RS6 is completely different, and it's really the highway monster. But if you go through, let's say, nice scenic routes, then the Audi RS6 is not meant for that. So it's really a highway car for long travel. You can drive very fast, of course, but this is really for the fun.
And do you prefer more this one or the other Mini you have?
It's different, because this one, I can show you later under the hood. This one is a little bit modified with the brakes and the wheels coming out a little bit, with the sport exhaust, with more horsepower, and it has some modifications to make it more rigid. And so this one, you can really. I drove it on the track, and it's really got nice for track driving. The other one is completely stock. So the R53 is nothing has been modified. It's an original Dutch car also, and it has 93,000 kilometers on it. So it's really, yeah, and that's from February 2006. So it's really close to 17 years old now. And I'm really more careful with that one. I wouldn't bring it to the track I mean, this is fun. This is for touring, driving, and sometimes track days. That's really, really nice. But the other one is yeah, I want to keep it as it is because yeah, it's also, I think, in the Mini world, it's very difficult to find original Minis. Most of them immediately start modifications on it. It is one of the most modified cars that I know. There's probably, I mean, there's whole communities of Volkswagen or Mazda drivers who also do it, but I think Minis are, immediately you can just buy stickers or things and make it cute, and the ladies put some nice things on it, and the guys put some spoilers, and they lower it, and it's very easy to modify. So that's why I think if you keep it original, it's also a challenge.
So this one is more. Sorry, this one is your car, and the other one is your wife's car of your.
No, it's we all drive it, and my wife, of course, yeah, she drives it to work, especially this one. It's not that far, and when the weather is good, then yeah, I can always see her come home with a smile because of the roof being down. And if you, after a day of work, if you drive 45 minutes with the roof open, then of course you forget about work. And the other one, I mean, it's also a standard Cooper S, so the R53, and it has 170 brake horsepower. So it's also quite fast. It drives like a new car. It's really probably even better than this one because the convertible is a little bit, yeah, it moves a little bit more. Huh? So that is, I think, yeah, it's different cars. So you cannot really compare. This is for sunny days, and the other one is for rainy days. But it also has sunroofs. So.
And you say you want to show me something in the front?
It's an English car, so you have to put on the right side.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. You have it on the like. You put the ice?
Yes.
So here, if you look like this, you cannot. I see this. Of his coming with.
This is something that I asked for the garage to put on. I'm not technical, so I don't. When I was young, I used to do it on mopeds or bikes, but cars, I have always said I'm leaving cars alone. I'm not going to be technical on cars. So this is it makes for a more rigid car for the handling. I'm not sure even if it really helps, but yeah, it makes you think that it steers better.
Yeah, but normally yes. I remember I made a video with someone with a Honda Civic Type R, and he said the same. We have this, like this, you can feel it more, and it's more.
Because both of the suspensions are of course connected now. Yeah. It makes it better connected, so you feel more. But as you can see, the supercharger here, this is the cooling part, so it really has the intake you need. And the rest is all original, except for the stickers.
No, but it's funny to see when you open it. It's like, I'm watching you. Watch out. Yeah, it's.
And this is the facelift edition of the Mini Cooper. So it's the first generation of the new Mini, and this is the facelift one. So you have a few changes. I don't know all of them, but especially the xenon headlights. That is, of course, something that you don't see on 70 years old cars. So it is actually for such a, well, you call it an old car, but for such an older car, it has quite some good features on it. So it has the cruise control, it has air conditioning, it has a Harman Kardon audio system with very decent sound.
Can I also film inside, right?
Yeah, of course.
There is nothing.
So as you can see, this car has the chrome package. So you have the chrome. Yeah, the steering wheel is a bit in the way now, but
yeah, on the. And also, normally you have some Minis. They have everything there in middle.
Yeah.
Do you find fine here in front of you?
Yeah.
So for you that doesn't.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
As you can see, it's the Harman Kardon speaker sets, and everything is there.
and that one was original.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
came-
yeah.
Wow.
This one came from Germany. In Germany, usually cars are a bit more, they have more options on it. Germans are very fond of cars, so that's why it's always a smart move to look in Germany for cars, because you just get more car for the same price, and sometimes even less, because there's just a bigger market also.
And also you say 1 meter 80,
I'm 192.
192,
Yeah.
and it's fine to drive. it.
Yes, yeah.
I see that you have space enough to.
There's plenty of space, and that is something people say. Oh, a Mini, that's very small, but it's not a small car inside. You can fit perfectly in it.
And do you like more like how you say, to change the gear manual?
Yes,
car,
yeah.
You don't. So it's Skoda.
It's electric. Electric is different already, because it's always automatic. Well, I think there are a few now that have gear shifts, but most of them are automatic. The Audi A6 was automatic. Of course, with the S-tronics, it's a very smooth drive. But this, as I said, this is more fun. You can determine whether you want to drive. You can cruise very relaxed with low gear, or you can do very fast with high torque, with high RPM. And then, of course, the sound is very nice. You hear the whine of the supercharger, which is very specific for these cars. The supercharger sound is some people really fall in love with it, and I can understand why. And then, of course, the pops and bangs. Nowadays in Volkswagen, they program pops and bangs, but this one does it itself. So it has the Tritec engine, and it pops and bangs automatically.
And the boot is big enough, or you? Oh.
It is there, but it's not big. There are a few. You can even unplug this one, and over here. So if you have something a little bit bigger, you can lift it. Of course, not with the roof down, but then you can lift it a little bit. So it's otherwise it's very small. Then I think you can put one crate of beer. Well, probably it will almost fit. Yeah, the John Copper Works exhaust system is really nice. Of course, there's a lot of other exhaust systems nowadays. You've got the Miltec ones, which are a bit more screamier, I think. As I said, it's very complete. It also has parking sensors, because if the roof is closed, you see very little to the back.
But you don't have like camera, and I see that you have like an old radio.
Yeah.
With a CD, or?
I think yes, that's a CD. Yeah.
So like also the buttons is like a airplane.
Yeah.
How you like Lamborghini? They have also something like this.
Wait for connection. Bluetooth connection success.
So I'll say yeah.
You can hear the supercharger if you stand in the front. You can hear what I meant.
It's like a Fast and Furious car.
Yeah.
When they are- So I'll say thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment the video, and see you for the next one. Bye bye.